Alright, welcome back. It's time to sail on once again with Pirate Naxos. We've been struggling quite a bit with the wars, right? We barely declare any of our own. The Ottomans decided it was a keen time to strike, and they were completely right. They declared war upon us in 1600, so a couple of years ago. They declared war not with the idea to blockade ports this time, though. They wanted Naxos. And what's more, they took Naxos because the bulk of our fleet was busy dealing with the Danes, and I think even the British and or Portuguese at the time. I forget how it exactly happens, you guys know these things better than me. But we had one hell of a face-off in the Gulf of Venice, and pedantic Mikey managed to bring it all together. We have the Ottoman fleet grounded there at Lika. They may try to escape every now and then, but Mikey has them where he needs them. That means that the Ottomans are by and large open to be ravaged on the coastlines, but we have to get Naxos back, because that ticking war score is going very much not in our favour. We also lost Crete, which is 25 development of wanting that back. So we got to get on that. First and foremost, though, these are Danes. They're pretty horrible creatures, I'm told, but we need to deal with them. Fortunately, we were able to win out the war against them. The revolts in Lawland made them more keen for peace. We were able to take hold of Bornholm, Gotland, basically all their islands, and blockade them into submission. And for that, we have a champion amount of war score, and I've drafted up a peace deal of what I'm thinking of taking from them. Not going to take any of these islands. They don't service me that well right now. I'm trying to think what's going to serve me really well. Of keen importance is being able to raid along all of this. Gotland would let me do that, but so would Bornholm, and given the cost of taking Gotland, and the fact that it's a very good island that I can take whenever I want for added war score, it's better for me to leave them with a fortified province. It's not like Britain, where I wanted to take the forts to have an easier time crushing them later. With the Danes, I have no reason to fight them on the mainland right now, so we spare them their islands so that we may take them for better war score later on. We take both Finn and Lawland, as well as Bornholm. That'll give us raiding along the whole area here. And since I have both of these, I'll be able to erect a fort on Finn and keep these guys in check down the line. We also get a lovely 11 years of truce. Taking not just ducats, but war reparations from them as well. Because, well, more ducats is more inflation, and I think I'll squeeze more out of them through war reparations anyway. It's not like I'm taking away their economic base here. And the threat of coalition is only the Danes and the British, and even the Danes aren't that fussed about it, so... Fit Kinemandi, let's make that peace deal happen. There we go. Conquest of Pharaohs, which did not result in the conquest of Pharaoh, but that's okay. And now we got these provinces. I'd like to erect a fort here as quickly as possible. Doesn't have to be a max level one. A regular old castle will do. But let's just get the cores going for now, and oh crumbs. Of course they gave in to Protestantism around here, how dare they. Chewed up a lot of my admin that could well go into coring up London good and proper. When it comes to Britain, I'm not too fussed about revolts though. I will let the British take care of any revolts, and I can just land with my ships, or my transports rather, and deal with those. Speaking of transports, speaking of Navy in general, I have a grand total of 33 transports. Are they not all here? If they're not all here, I think the bulk of them are. However, now we have range for a whole load of raiding on these Danes, and I dare say we're going to raid a whole heap of these Danes. So thank you and thank you. We'll just go around and do the whole shebang. Anything that has not already been raided will be ours. Now we have the range to do this, and they're not doing anti-piracy, so thank you for filling up my coffers. As you may have noticed before, we were struggling on the money front. You guys able to do this whole lot? No, apparently that's too far away, but that could actually hurt. Maybe I should have taken Gotland. Oh well, I didn't. That doesn't change the fact that I didn't. How about you guys there? Okay, no, that's... I thought I'd be able to get up here with Bornholm, but perhaps not. We'll split around and double check on that one regardless. Give it a turn of the month to double check on that. But yes, what I need to do is bring my fleet back around to deal with the Ottomans proper. And what I'm certainly needing are a whole lot more galleys. So I'll get 10 of them prepped up in Venezia. And I think we'll have 3 and 3. And a whole lot made over here as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is going to get expensive, but I like to think that I'll actually be able to mothball my heavies for this conflict. What I need are a whole load of galleys. That's the first and foremost of it all. I'm raising my units in places where I don't think I'm going to have revolt risk, because I don't want to have to baby any provinces like that, but this is going to fill up my ledger with all these ones. Still should be okay. Obviously no point in raising any over there. Let's not forget that I own a province here. I'm not going to raise them over here because they're going to lose so many sailors on their way over here. Man, grabbing the dosh out of here was a whole load of fun for me. The religious unity less fun. Let's hope that doesn't become a staggeringly large problem for us. Denmark has announced us as their new rival. Well, I can't say I'm that surprised. If anything, I'm flattered. I don't have my claim on Faro, but I will get that right back because it's an excellent claim to have. I will also claim their capital because I do want that down the line. Other than that, I can't think of any claims that are worth me making because there's not other lands that I'm going to take that I can make claims on, so we can finally stop building spy network on the Danes. I could consider doing something else to them. Do they have any maps I could conceivably want to steal? Tinstall and Forion? I'm not going to claim to know where either of these places are. We would discover one province. Where even are Tinstall and Forion? What do they know that we don't? I don't know. Doesn't seem worth my time. I could support rebels, but that comes with monetary costs that I'm not so keen on. So, yeah, is there anything I could reasonably claim around here? I'm thinking no. And I'm thinking it's not worth my time to pursue that further. So we'll just have you come home. And I do want a lot more claiming going on in Great Britain. Since I need to gobble this land up, it's not making a lot of sense for me to just let them get off scot-free here. Right, now I can turn my attention to the Otto-Turks. We're truced out with the people that matter, Britain and Denmark. I don't think anybody else is going to strike against me. The Portuguese tried that before, and we were able to steal a colony and St. Helena off of them. And I might go and purge the Portuguese from there later on. We'll see how we feel about it. It would be going out of our way to do so, actually, but... Rumden. I want the full core Rumden. It's a good province. We'll get around to that, though. There's also thought about these provinces. They're pretty good, and I'm kind of wasting away by not having them at least be a... Okay, well, they cost me more in maintenance than I'm gaining here, but I'm sure it'll be okay down the line. Since our capital is so far away from everything of value, we spend so much just on state maintenance. It's kind of debilitating, really. We have some reductions to the cost. What is it? Supply convoys, 20% reduction. That's about as good as it gets. Are you still in the Empire? Asks Carthagena. No, we left the Empire so that we could move to the New World to allow us to happily take all of these sweet-looking islands. The areas in them suck because they're almost all tiny, but it's worth it for the borders. Now we're squirming our way over here. I would love to have the dip to go a bit further, but I might have to settle for grabbing some other weird island around here, although we don't really have much in the way of colonial range here. Where's our explorers, and why are they not exploring a bit better? Oh, right, yeah, they're finding out about this land. Fair enough, I'll just put my colonists to use later on. There's nothing that I'm wanting to race out and get over here if it means delaying these rich islands, because oh boy, the sooner we get raiding, blockading, and pirating along there, the better. Speaking of which, I'm always in need of more frigates, so we are going to procure many of them over here in our new world colonies. Should help us with privateering over in Asia. It's going to bring us way above our force limit, but that's okay. My plan is to put my heavy ships on mothball when I can, so we get to save the dosh that we're otherwise spending there. And there we go, I knew it. We've got the range to get these sailors, get this dosh. Not over here, sadly, that's a bridge too far. These, however, are ours. So I think we're going 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, Gotland would have got me a little more range, but it's not do or die full metal cars, so it's okay. We'll just grab everything we can, because that's the clever thing to do. Don't mind if I do. Cheers to the dosh. Man, it's all gone already because of those boats that I was making. Let's grab our navies. Don't I have my army stationed here as well? I seem to remember that. No, I shipped them back away. Good thing I remember these important details. You're all here except for those that are over here. And I don't even know what you're doing there. I guess you're just there to grab any provinces that that you might want to seize. Alright, fair dues. Our Sanct Joris galleon is over there in Leinster, just sitting pretty. I want to build up a little collection of flagships. Hopefully we can grab enough of them. Alright, navies, get back to Rumden. I will reconfigure you, and then we're off on a trip to go and deal with the Otto scum. Oh yeah, these provinces that I took, that's a thing, isn't it? Conquest against the Danes. I don't know what I'm going to have to do about these Danish rebels. Hopefully they get out of there. Otherwise this is going to cost me in the long run. Can't really deal with them in any conceivable way. Nice money, but that spoils of war won't last. Man, it felt good to deal with the Danes. Generals retire, go figure. I mean, army tradition is not exactly our bread and butter around here. There we go. So here's all of our fleet here. I need to think what to do with it. Galleys are going to be the best for keeping the Ottomans under blockade, not the lights. So the lights I should put to work around here. I could probably split them in half and have them privateer both Lubeck and English Channel. That seems like the clever use of them, because they'd be at great risk down here. And I want them making me money whilst we're at it. So yes, please privateer here. Please privateer here. People will not be happy with me, but when are people ever happy with me, really? I'm actually going to have to deal with those Danes, annoyingly. I'm also going to have to answer the question of what to do about this Ottoman fleet here. I'm probably going to stroll down with my heavies, destroy any ships that aren't part of this fleet, and then allow my galleys that I'm building now to flesh out everything else. These 54 can deal with that. I have a spare 26 that are sitting here. I also have some galleons that are on mothball. Right, that makes sense to me. So, we shall bring the heavies down here for now. I'll get them right the way into Venice. And then I realized that I just accidentally reset what these guys are doing. 28 of them privateer in the English Channel. 27 of them privateer in Lubeck. There's something to be said for upgrading the old-ass ships. Something else to be said for getting rid of them, but for now, let's just have them do that. Let's mortgage our problems, as I like to say. We're going to pick up our army to deal with these rebels, because otherwise I'm never going to get that province cored. Expensive though it is. Everything's bloomin' expensive for me here. Any places left to build shipyards? Oh, I bet that spawned in Constantinople. No, it's in Sugla, which is right next to an island that I am bound to take. That said, I shouldn't have too much problem with global trade spreading. I'm also way ahead of time on my tech, so it's not too bad if it costs me just a little bit. But that means the end of the Age of Reformation, meaning I don't have to worry about provinces being flipped to heresies, so I can finally convert Venetia. I'm looking forward to that. Now, killing Danes. It's like killer bites, right? We got 26 of you. There we go. 26, led by MTSC2. Get over there, give them hell, and make sure that land is our land. Once the Truce of the Danes is up, I need to make sure I have a healthy amount of galleys here to defend this, otherwise the Danes will be back for more. If we check out the navies here, Denmark are probably going to bounce back, right? They have the coastline. This is very hard mode. Everybody has the economy to do it. I would also... I don't like you being here. I want you over in Ulster, because at least there's a fortification there. And I've held it for longer, so it's less likely to revolt. Perhaps even better, stick around on Man, because no one's ever really going to get there. And it's a very fitting place to hold my trophies. Can I do Rumden yet? Yes, I can. Let's make Rumden the full core that it deserves to be. High development, so we deserve it. The Welsh wish to rise up. That's okay. I removed the fort. They can just spread out and do whatever it is the Welsh do. We, however, need to deal with the Danes. Come now, fleet. I got Ottomans to deal with. They're getting ticking war score on me, and that's not pleasant, because I should be getting ticking war score on them. Recht! Let's just go and kick them out of here. They're just going to die, there's no question about it. They got some impressive morale, but that's Pretender Rebs for you. It's down, it'll be ours, and then we are out of there. Any reason you're going for galleys as opposed to carracks? Cost effectiveness. I spend an arm and a leg on heavies as it is, and when it's in the Mediterranean I will benefit from using galleys. A bit more expendable, sure, and it does chew into my my force limit, but I will take that. I'll take that and run. Do I want all of these units and all of the armies down here? I think I do. So yeah, let's bring you all over here. I'm a little worried though about not having enough left for you. Just a little bit though. Perhaps Ulster instead of building some galleys. Yeah, I'm already losing out on some of those. I don't want to lose even a few ducats here. That would just be madness. Madness. Yeah, well, I'll eat the loss. Goodbye, both of those. Let's have like 4 brigs, just enough to move our armies around here, recapture places that have fallen. I will consider. I don't want Rumden to fall. Period. Even though English separatists would spread out among here, so I think I really don't want to give Rumden autonomy, but I'll give Rumden autonomy. I don't think the Northumberland separatists are going to make it, though. It's like 6 years away. I'm sure they won't rise up to the occasion. So I got my heavies here. I would like my heavies to engage in conflict over here, but I will get my... I'll get the rest of my ships over first. Dang, look at all these guys. I like having these navies around, but I want to put them to use. I'm also going to spy on the Ottomans, just to slightly speed up our sieges there. Southwest Pacific has been explored. And hey, look at all these frigates that we got lying around. Now, I need to know about coastline, but coastline where? These islands aren't going to be useful to me anytime soon. We already have all this coast. Okay, I have more coast than I thought I did. Then tell me more about this, because New Zealand is a good place to have. I'm on the fence about taking over Austria. I think Australia. I guess I'll leave that to future Jake to puzzle out. It's not an island. As much as we like to think it is not an island. So how are we doing on the spoils of war from those privateers? Pretty good is the answer. English Channel and Lubeck, making us a healthy chunk of dosh, stopping us from being too badly in the red. And if I don't pay my army maintenance, I mean, why would I pay my army maintenance? Then we're even better off. Of course, damn, look at those Ottomans with their hefty amount of heavies over there. How are we on galleys? 26 up-to-date galleys. I can bring that up a bit more. Yeah, I can bring that up a lot more. Getting rid of you guys. We've got a whole bunch of galleys right here, right now. Let's have them meet up over in Tenerife. Just so I can bolster the galley numbers, because I want the Ottomans under so much blockade. Then we'll have our eyes on them. And then I'll be able to figure out how to take back Crete and Naxos. And since our units will be in position to do so, that'll make it all the better. But I need Crete back as soon as possible. Oh yeah, there's another point. You. I need to destroy you. But all I have is trade protection. I wouldn't mind some claims, but I don't think we share any... That's Sapayo. It's Portee that I need. Well, nothing's stopping me building up a spy network, throwing a single colony down here. You know, I want this island anyway. But I'll be taking all of this, so... Gotta say, that's some nice, nice development you have there. You know what, let's, Dang, you will be slow. I don't like slow. This whole area looks significantly unprivateered anyway. Let's go and change that whilst we're waiting for our other ships to get into position. So don't mind me, I'm just taking your 46. That's a hefty amount of ducats, I gotta say. It's good to be bad, and we're among the worst. Let's not keep paying our war taxes. Let's just take over a whole bunch of provinces for raiding. Also, don't like not having as much as we can here, even though I don't make trade income. I'd like to at least have some income of dip points. Both the Welsh and the Gaelic, I have no problem with them rising up. Spain's dishonoured with a papal state. One wonders why the Spanish would do that. I'm looking at the wrong Spain here. Philippe is a buffoon, perhaps. But let's say I were to declare war on France. Okay, they're in some heavy debt. Not even me putting them in debt this time. There we go. Alright, there's only one province here that needs to be raided, and that's Cambok. The rest of these we can come back for later. Alright, fair enough. Then there's nothing really to worry about. Let's keep the 4 over there, the 5 over here, and in a year or two we'll see about shifting our fleet over. Where's that fleet of mine that has all my units in it? There you are. I wouldn't mind moving you over here, but you're far too vulnerable to leave to chance on that. All right, not too bad, not too bad. What am I gonna do? What in the world am I gonna do here? Get rid of you, bring you guys together. Let's go together. Let's just have you guys merge up and, most importantly, retake Crete. Pedantic Mikey holds this one down. What does Anastasios Saudos do? Where are you? Ah, right, you're already there. Then it's all the more fortuitous that you merge up and we retake Crete. Oh, what's this? We have action already. I really don't want to lose my transports in all of this. However, the plucky bugger, he gets away. I don't want you merging up with those. I wanted to take you out on your Todd. However, if it means I can retake Crete, I will take it. Montgomery, never isn't up there, but I'm not concerned about it in the slightest. They will go and play with the they'll go and play with the Brits. So here we go, they fight us out. We have so much better engagement with, and Pedantic Mikey is going to destroy Hamid Serhiz, whatever he chooses to call himself, so I'm quite satisfied with that fight. Let's just take Crete back, that is the important part here. Did I just see the Ottomans wanting to reinforce that fight? It's no big deal to me if they do or do not, but well, that was biblical. Grabbed ourselves a spare galleon, so I'm going to throw that onto mothball. Otherwise, we've got ourselves a whole heap of galleas, so we'll get rid of any damaged ships and have them heal up. Ah, man, you know, most of our ships heal in port anyway. That was quite nice, though. Those galleys will save me a bit of dosh down the line. In fact, it's already punching me way above my force limit, perhaps.